Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 20 of the Pan American series. Today we're going to be picking up where we left off in Panama City, Panama at Tocumen International. And we're going to be going up north about 600 miles or so up to Tegucigalpa, Honduras to Toncontin International Airport. We'll zoom out here so you guys can see, but this first episode here will already be putting a pretty big dent in the amount of distance we have to cover here in Central America. So, I haven't planned out the rest of the flights yet for Central America, but seeing this kind of distance in one leg, we possibly could be through Central America maybe in the next 2 or 3, maybe 4 episodes. And then we'll get things started here in the good old US of A. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the sim and get today's episode started. Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 20 of the Pan American series. Here on the ground in Panama City, it's a lovely day, the weather's looking nice. We're going to get things started here. Pull up our checklist here. So we've already completed our pre-flight inspection and everything, got fuel loaded on board, we've got like 140 gallons on board because we've got quite a long episode today. Or maybe not a long episode, but we've got a long flight. Passengers, no passengers on board today. We're solo again today. Seatbelts are secured, the doors closed and locked, batteries off, gears down, flaps are up, the brakes are firm, flight controls are free, the parking brake is set, all switches are off, confirming that they are. Battery can come on, make sure the gear lights show 3 green, which they do. Elevator and rudder trim are neutral, hydraulic shutoff valve is open. Fuel checking, showing about 140 gallons here. And just testing too that the low fuel light is off. Circuit breakers are all in. It's good, and the altimeter and the clock are set and checked. Alright, before engine start checklist, the props are full forward, the mixtures are idle cut off. Crack the throttles here a little bit. Actually, I'll bring them up to about halfway. Let's see, the temperature outside right now is about 80 degrees, so they're going to need almost no priming. So, just double check that the fuel selectors cycle correctly. Boost pumps on for both engines. Let's prime them both at the same time. We'll do 1, 2, off. Shouldn't need hardly any priming today. Bring the throttles back to about there, we'll say. And we'll attempt to start the right engine. Very good start on the right. We get up to about 1100. Just want to lean that mixture. To avoid fouling the spark plugs while we're here on the ground, back to 1000 RPM. Oil pressure is looking good. Fuel pressure is good. Oil temperature is already in the green. So we're good there. And now we'll try to put the right alternator on, and we'll start the left. And same thing over there. Bring it up to about 1100. Clean out the mixture there, back to 1000. T's and P's good on the left. Left alternator comes on. Alright, we got our headset on. Let's get the avionics turned on. Get everything else set up here.
November 784 Delta Foxtrot ready to taxi.
Come on.
November 784 Delta Foxtrot Runway 3 right taxi via Echo Hotel Juliet Lima.
Runway 3 right taxi via Echo Hotel Juliet Lima, November 784 Delta Foxtrot.
Alright, now
Citation
we will,
069er giveaway to the Airbus A3509000XWB.
let the
Giveaway to the
engines warm
Airbus
up a little bit,
A350-900XWB,
obviously
citation
it's pretty hot out.
069er.
Again, it's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so you know they don't need to warm up for too long. So we'll go ahead and punch in our flight plan here,
Taxi.
and we need to call up clearance on 129.8. Talking in clearance delivery, good morning. Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to copy IFR to Tegucigalpa.
Aerostar to Sierra Bravo. Clear to Toncontin via the Seaman 3 Alpha departure, then as filed. Runway 03 right. Initial climb 7,000. Departure on 119.7. Squawk 6345.
Cleared to Toncontin via the Seaman 3 Alpha departure, then as filed. Runway 03 right, initial climb to 7,000, departure on 119.7, squawking 6345, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo.
Aerostar to Sierra Bravo, read back correct. Ground is on 121.9er. Safe flight, sir.
All that looks good. That's good there. Do default nav there, and then we want to go over to so we punched it in there on COM 2, but that's fine. Go over to ground here. Actually, let's do, yeah. Two 119er for ground, and then ATIS 127.7.
Copa 8689er.
NDCOM. Visibility 5. View at 1800. Temperature 27, dew point 24. QNH 100A. Transition level 200. Pavement repairs ongoing in the run-up area, expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango. Tocumen International Airport, information Tango. 1200 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 03 right, 03 left. Wind calm. Visibility 5. View at 1800. Temperature 27, dew point 24. QNH 100A. Transition level 200. Pavement repairs ongoing in the run-up area, expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango. Tocumen International.
Information Tango. Now, we're going to try to hopefully get runway 03 left, because that's the runway right out here. Otherwise, 03 right, we've got to taxi literally almost all the way to the other end of the airport. So, when we call up ground, we're hoping for that. And then we'll probably do our, we'll probably start to taxi on and do our run-up before we pull out of the gate. So, do that first. Parking brake comes off. Make sure there's no one around us. We're trying to see anyone.
Copa 6416 ready to taxi.
Copa 6416, runway 3 left taxi via Sierra 1 Juliet Hotel. Copa 8689er, give way to the Airbus A320 Neo ahead.
Ground, Copa 8512, taxi to parking.
Jeez, it's busy on
Copa
frequency today.
8512, taxi to parking via Quebec, Lema, Sierra 4, Sierra 2, Sierra 5.
We're just gonna cross this little roadway here, and we'll stop before we pull out onto Echo. And we'll do our run up here. So, set our parking brake there.
Amerijet 964, doors closed, ready for push and
Just
start.
gonna double check our compass
Amerijet
here.
964,
310.
pushback approved.
Copa
310, so that matches.
ready for push and start.
Copa 6885, push approved, expect taxi shortly.
Right, so warm-up's completed at 1000 RPM. Engine temperatures are looking good. They're well in the green here.
WP 9904, request pushback.
Props are full forward, mixtures are rich. Throttles go to 1500
WP
RPM.
9904, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Right, that all looks good. Now they come up to 2100. Try to do this quickly since it's warm. Oh, please don't make the traffic hold for me. I'm not.
Amerijet 964, ready to taxi.
Amerijet 964, runway 3 left taxi via hotel. Stationer 1 X-ray hotel, contact tower on 118.1.
Alright, we cycled the props. See if they settle back to 2100.
Copa 6416, give way to the Skymaster.
Jeez, that left mag.
Copa 3099er, ready to push.
Copa
For some reason, it's always the left
3099er,
mags.
push and start approved.
We'll just aggressively lean out the mixtures here and try to run up and hopefully
Copa 6885, ready to taxi.
burn any buildup off of the spark
Copa
plugs there.
688.
Alright, we finally got the mag check done. It's looking good okay now, so just really had to clear that spark plug fouling up. Kind of really messed us up, but finally got it cleared. We've been sitting here for a bit. The engines are pretty hot, so we're going to give them a rest on our taxi, which we're going to call it for right now. Ground, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi IFR with information Tango.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, document ground, runway 03 right taxi via Echo Hotel Juliet Lema.
Ground, any chance we can get runway 03 left for Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo?
SLR 633, request push and start.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 03 left approved. Taxi via Echo Hotel Juliet Lema.
Runway 03 left via Echo Hotel Juliet and Lima, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
184, pushback
Doors
approved.
closed, controls are
Skymaster
free,
8 Foxtrot
mixtures
Juliet, contact
are
tower
lean.
on 118.1.
Fuel selectors are
SLR
on,
633 ready
props
to
are full
taxi.
forward. Boost pumps we're leaving
Stellar
off.
6 33. Runway
Drop the
3
flaps to 20
right,
degrees.
taxi via Juliet, Lima. Copa 5207, give way to the Boeing 737800.
Radios are set, trim is set, pitot heat is not required, parking brakes off, okay. Come on, 737, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is ridiculous. I don't know why the AI does this. Go on. I'm not in your way, you're not in mine. Thank you.
Copa 6885, contact tower on 118.1.
Yellow 6184, ready to taxi.
Yellow 6184, runway 3 left, taxi via Echo Hotel. Copa 5717, give way to the Boeing 737300 ahead.
Copa 1503, ready for pushback.
Copa 1503, push approved, expect taxi shortly.
Copa 2561, boarding complete, request pushback.
Copa 2561, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Document Tower, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, holding short of 03 left at hotel, ready to go.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 03 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 03 left, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, flaps are set, boost pumps coming on. Strobes and landing lights are on. Right, mixture's full rich and let's go. Takeoff power set. Autopilot master can come on, by the way. Can rotate. Oh, they shouldn't have cleared us for takeoff. Look at that traffic. It's just trying to appease me at this point.
121.9 for ground, Copa 46.
I guess I'm alright with.
Skymaster 8 Foxtrot Juliet, short of 3 right, ready. Request straight out.
Skymaster 8 Foxtrot Juliet, which car, runway 3 right, cleared for takeoff.
3
I
right,
guess that's
clear
probably
for
why.
takeoff. Skymaster 8 Foxtrot
But they
Juliet.
could have told us to amend our flight plan. That's fine.
Yellow
Just
6184,
stay on
short of
runway
3 left,
heading.
ready to go. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact departure.
Over to departure. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, thanks. Let's go back to climb power. .24 inches of manifold pressure. Let's get back on runway heading. And 2400 RPM. Alright, we'll call it departure. Document departure, good afternoon. Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo is climbing through 2,300 for 7,000.
Aerostar November 70. 2 Sierra Bravo, Panama departure, radar contact. Climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Flaps need to come up. Boost pumps can come off.
Departure Skymaster 8 Foxtrot Juliet 2000 for 4,000.
Start climbing, we'll try to climb about
Skymaster 8 Foxtrot Juliet, Panama Center, radar contact.
130,
Altitude
140.
restrictions cancelled. Maintain VFR.
Up to 5,000 Skymaster 8 Foxtrot Juliet.
Departure, Yellow 6184, 2000 for 4000.
Yellow 6184, Panama Center, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11,000.
11,000, Yellow 6184.
I guess, okay, so I see what happens here. We should have been on the 3 Bravo. Departure. See, 3 Bravo, 3 left. Or departure. Now, waypoint right here. So obviously that's on us, because I didn't, looking at the star, I didn't fully realize that it was only for 3 right, and it's also on air traffic control for not,
Departure, Copa 6885, 2000 for 4,000.
you know, informing us
Copa
that
6885, Panama Center, radar
basically,
contact. Climb
you know, that
and
we have to
maintain
amend our flight
11,000.
plan to depart
Out of
on this
2,000
runway.
to 1,000, Copa 6885.
Which that's fine. We got it all figured out.
Copa 1060, cleared direct final. Cleared for the ELS runway 3 left
It
approach.
wouldn't have been a problem if they
Descend
would
and
have just
maintain altitude
told us,
3,000
you
feet
know,
until established. Altimeter
they,
1008.
needed us on this other SID.
In the descent for 3,000 cleared for the ILS 3 left approach, Copa 1060.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb and maintain 10,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Okay, so we should have like quite a ways, well over 20 miles to climb to 10,000. We should make that no problem.
Copa 1060.
Right, almost to 10,000.
Copa 4455. Contact
Alright.
document tower on 118.1.
Coming up on 10,000 now.
118.1 for Copa 4455. Departure WWP 5701, 2000 for 4,000.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact Panama Center on 133.85.
Panama Center, 3385. Have a good day. Panama Center, good afternoon. Aerostar 7020 Bravo's with you at 10,000. Alright, we're leveling off at 10,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Panama Center. Identified. Good morning, Calzada Larga, QN allá 1007.
Panama Center, Copa 203, 7,000.
Copa 203, Panama Center. Identified.
Panama Center, Copa 168, 2000.
Copa 168, Panama Center. Identified. Proceed on course.
Panama Center, good morning. Skywise 14 with 7,000.
Pretty well on 2100 there.
Skywagon 14 Whiskey, Panama Center. Identified.
Panama Center, Copa 161,
Now
1000.
in the mixtures.
Copa 161.
And there's about 100 degrees for Chapik on the left. Step out of that function. And yeah, we're establishing our cruise now. We're just cruising along here, getting 223 knots ground speed. Of course, it's with a 13 knot tailwind, but you know, I'm doing like 171, 172 indicated. 223 across the ground with the tailwind, so 210 without. I'm still pretty happy with that performance, so yeah, we're just going to cruise along here for a bit. ETE to Tegucigalpa is a little over 2 hours, so
Citation 120, Panama Center. Identified.
I will check back in with you guys once we are closer to Toncontin. And I think I'm going to do a time lapse for this episode. I think I'll switch it up a little bit this time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the views on cruise, and I'll get back with you guys when we're closer to our arrival. Alright everybody, we're back. Things are happening pretty quickly here. I've been arguing with Say Intentions, which is pretty frequent anymore. But we are just getting set up for approach. Basically, they tried to clear us for the RNAV runway 2 approach. We can't do the RNAV, so we need the VOR approach, which is fine. It should be a non-issue. However, whenever I asked them, told them that we needed the VOR approach and not the RNAV approach for runway 02, they just kept saying, runway 02 is not active, only runways 3 left and 3 right, which don't exist at ton content, so I'm not too sure what that's about, but basically we're getting set up now for the VOR runway 2 approach and transition Tango November Tango. And they cleared us TNT transition on the arrival. So, just looking at this here, the arrival. It's to be at 9,000 or above at ton content VOR. Go 50. $9,000 or above. Okay, then from TGO 50 should be the approach, which is the VOR FSO2. Which I guess is coming back this way. I don't know. We're gonna try to see if we can just from Ibis just proceed direct. It's TG050. So kind of right at the end of our VOR approach. So I'm just gonna try to see if we can't kind of pick it up without going all the way over the VOR and then back out. All that fun jazz. Honestly, I'm probably gonna try to go FS02, Libus TG50, FS02, which is like shortly after. Sorry, this is kind of a mess. Ton content approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo with a request.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, go ahead with your request.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo would like to request proceed direct to Foxtrot Sierra 02 on the approach at this time. See if they can clear us direct.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, proceed direct Foxtrot, Sierra 02 approved.
They approved it.
And approach, confirm if Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo's cleared for the VOR runway 02 approach.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, cleared for the VOR runway 2 approach.
Cleared, VOR runway 2 approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, we need to get down to 8,000. Just pull our power all the way back. We'll do our approach checklist here. Boost pumps come on. Mixtures of full rich, fuel selectors are on. Flaps come to 20 below 175, gear down below 157. And it's 8,000 at FS02, and then that should be 7 DME. At 5 DME, we need to be at 6,700. Got a little overzealous there. So basically, let's just climb back up to 8,000 here. We can come down to flaps 20 now. Power in the standby there. Start another descent. Now we need to get down to 6,700 by 5 DME. So once again, coming back on the power a bit. Zero clue why.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact on contact tower on 118.7.
Over to Toncontin Tower, 118.7, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Approach. Yep, all over the place on this one, guys. I don't know why we lost our GPS tracking there, but that's okay. Toncontin Tower, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravos, inbound 5 miles for the VOR runway 02 approach.
Aerostar November
Gear
70
down.
to Sierra Bravo, Toncontin Tower, Roger, continue approach, runway 02.
Alright, 4.5 miles, 6,700, so just a bit high. And then honestly, it's unclear kind of what the final altitude is here.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02, winds 360 at 8, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 02, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Got the runway in sight, unless we're just right on top of it or something. Okay, I think this is it right here. Yep. Alright, mixture's full rich, flaps 20, boost pumps are on. Autopilot can come off. Set our banding bug just in case. We have the runway in sight. Alright, we'll go full flaps now. Crossing over the VOR. Got the runway in sight. Got 4 white, so we're a bit high. Displaced threshold as well. Alright, gears down, flaps are full, boost pumps are on, mixtures are full rich. Just gonna fly this a little bit high because it feels like we're low, although there is a slope to the runway that was noted on the charts. That I guess makes it appear a little bit like you're low on the approach. Right, throttles to idle.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, welcome to Toncontin. Contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Legacy 2 Echo Tango holding short of 2, ready for takeoff.
Legacy 2 Echo Tango, winds 340 at 8, runway 2, cleared for takeoff.
On content ground, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo. Clear of the runway. We'd like to request taxi to the general aviation parking, please. Can't see a taxiway name for this either on chart or the GPS, and I missed the sign.
Sosa 73, contact tower on 118.7. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, taxi to stand parking 29er via Alpha. Have a good day.
Parking 29er via Alpha, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Flap them up, boost pumps come off. Turn off the landing lights, heat strobes.
8.7.
Tower on 118.7, November 875, Papa Sierra.
On content ground, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, could we get progressive taxi, please?
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, turning on taxi path for you.
This now will know where they want us to go. Alright, well, that was a relatively uneventful approach, so that's good. Aside from having to argue with air traffic control to get them to do what I needed them to do, but got it working in the end, so I guess that's okay. Although I will say that once you have to kind of argue with them, it seems like it just breaks, you know, the taxi instructions are weird, you just have issues with all kinds of stuff. Here you've got, you know, traffic just spawn inside of other traffic, which makes no sense. With, you know, MSFS default traffic, like, disabled, by the way. So, not sure what that's about. Actually, you know what? We did have to change our settings here recently, I wonder. Parked aircraft quantity. But you know, it was my fault. Okay, well, good to know. I had to redo some of my settings here a while back to fix some crashing I was having, and I guess it reset my parked like density settings as well, so that explains what was going on with that. Alright, now what am I supposed to make of this? across the runway? Alright, well, I'm gonna be honest. That's taxiway Bravo over there, I'm pretty sure anyways. This is Alpha. Toncontin ground, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo is holding short of runway 02.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, hold short of runway 02, ATR 72 on the runway.
Holding short, runway 02, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. It just parked over here, that would have been perfect. I mean, maybe I should have just done it on my own, of my own accord, I don't know. 76 degrees, by the way. So we definitely don't need any heat on at this point. So that's all off, so that's good. I guess at least the long taxi in will give plenty of time. Plenty of time for the engines to cool down, so that's good. I'm not seeing any ATR on the runway in Say Intentions traffic map, by the way. Oh, there's one coming in, okay. One coming in to land. It's fine then. They're not on the runway, they're on final. Whoa. Or not? Something is very wrong with this airport and Say Intentions. Very wrong. Which I have a hard time believing that no one else has flown in here before me and used the taxi tuner. But maybe I'm the first person, who knows. I like Say Intentions, but it feels like, sometimes it feels like it's actually getting worse the more I use it. Alright, can we cross now? They're on the ground. Toncontin ground, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo holding short runway 02. On Cotton ground, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, we're just waiting to cross 02.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, hold short of runway 02, ATR 72 on the runway.
Alright, we'll hold short of runway 02 for the ATR on the runway that's already past where we're at and is no conflict for Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. I mean, really? It's this kind of stuff that's kind of annoying. Like, they're not taking off, they're not landing, they're on the ground. They themselves said they're on the runway.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, cross runway 02, then continue taxi via Bravo Alpha.
Cross runway 02, then continue taxi via Bravo Alpha, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Thank you. I'll see this massive maneuver that we got delayed for all that time. Which I try not to get frustrated at it, but just kind of silly instructions sometimes, and then insisting that, you know, an airport has runways that it doesn't have, and I didn't get to prepare for the approach correctly because I was too busy just trying to get, you know, say intentions to even load the correct approach. I mean, say intentions is absolutely fantastic when you're flying a route that you know that it's going to work well with, you know, or to and from airports that you know that it works well with. But I think in the future, if I'm going to do something like this where, you know, I am flying into places I've never flown into before, I'm not going to use say intentions, because it's just so hit or miss at this point that it's just kind of a joke, really. Same with these lights here. I mean, okay, where am I going? Left or straight, you know? I guess we'll go over this way. I also don't know why we're parking out here. Oh, we're not. Look, it loops all the way around. It's now a mystery where we're going. Okay, just for the sake of just brevity, we're just gonna park between this jet and this twin prop here. What is that, a 414 Chancellor maybe? Or is it a 404? I think that should do okay. Let's set our parking brake.
November 79er Golf Kilo, ready to taxi.
November 79er Golf Kilo.
Turn the avionics off so we don't have to listen to them anymore. Right, that was a pretty successful flight, I think. Nice landing. The approach was okay. I think technically you normally are supposed to be like certified to fly into here, so, you know, I've never flown into this airport, I don't think ever. But I know it's supposed to have kind of a more interesting approach, so slightly on me for not fully being prepared, and then I think I was flustered just with all the air traffic control stuff going on. But yeah, it's a pretty decent episode. Let's get the engines shut down here. Shut down the right first. Right, good shutdown on the right. And we'll shut down the left. Fuel selectors come to off.
All right, let's get the chocks put in here. Well, obviously, as always, it didn't go exactly perfectly as planned, but we made it here in one piece, and that's what matters. So, making good progress on our Pan American tour. Yeah, we'll get another leg next time, get some more distance covered, and hopefully before you know it, we'll be back in the good old US of A and onwards up to Alaska. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. Let me know that you liked the series. If you want to stay tuned for future episodes, posts, anything like that, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell, that way you get notified whenever I upload or post something. Yeah, if you have missed any of the previous episodes, I have a playlist on the channel. It'll be linked at the end of the video as well. You can watch that, and that'll have all the previous episodes leading up until now. If you have any comments or anything, feel free to leave them down below. I try to respond to all the comments you guys leave or react to them. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and happy flying.